Hi guys, Olive here. This is arguably the most exciting video I get to do all year. I am so happy to announce that Nonfiction November is back on Booktube for its 5th year in 2019. Even though we've been doing this on Booktube for 5 years now, which is so hard to believe, I realize that some of you may be new to Nonfiction November, so let me very quickly explain what it is and what its purpose is. Nonfiction November is a month-long reading initiative during which we challenge members of the Booktube community, Booktubers and Booktube viewers alike, to read more nonfiction than you ordinarily would during the month of November. So if you normally read no nonfiction during the course of a month, try to read just one. If you're an avid nonfiction reader, throw one more onto the pile. The aim is not to read entirely nonfiction during November, just to get you excited about reading nonfiction, to get you motivated to read more nonfiction. We decided to start this on Booktube 5 years ago because back then, Booktube was even more fiction dominated than it is right now. And don't get me wrong, I read and love fiction. But it really did feel, and still does feel, that people shy away from picking up nonfiction. I think some people get the impression that picking up a nonfiction book is going to be boring. It's not going to be as engaging as fiction, and there's going to be at least a part of it that feels like homework. But let me assure you, if you think that about the nonfiction you've tried, you've just not been reading the right books. Nonfiction is a huge genre, and I can almost guarantee you that there is a subgenre out there that will call your name in exactly the same way that fiction does. You just have to find it, and that process can be really fun. And that's part of the reason why we do this. Nonfiction November ends up being a month-long celebration of the genre. It's a fantastic time to share the nonfiction books that you love with others, and to discover great new nonfiction books that other people in the community are reading. So while the main purpose of this month-long reading initiative is just to read some nonfiction, every single year we do give 4 challenges for anyone who wants to take them on. As in prior years, they are one-word challenges, and this year, they can be used as multiple parts of speech. Our 2019 challenges are: number 1, design; number 2, sport; number 3, true; and number 4, voice. We've stuck with these one-word challenges every single year because we like to make them deliberately vague so that you can have the freedom to interpret them however you want. Design could mean art or architecture, city planning or history. It could be the story of a heist, someone having designs on something, or it could just be a nonfiction book that you think is really beautifully designed. Sport could mean a book about a sport, of course, but it could also be about other amusements. It could be a comedic book. It could be about fashion. True could, of course, mean true crime or history, but it also could be a story that seems stranger than fiction, like too bonkers to actually be true. It could mean a biography of an honest individual or an expose of a dishonest one. Or it could mean a book of historical significance, one that changed things, put things back into order, or trued them up. And the last challenge, voice, could mean that you pick up a nonfiction book about singing or music, but it also could mean that you pick up a nonfiction book from an important voice, a nonfiction book about the importance of speaking out, or maybe just a nonfiction book that everyone is talking about right now. So those were just a few options, a small sampling of how you might interpret these words. I maintain that one of the most fun parts of watching everyone's Nonfiction November TBRs every single year is seeing all the different takes on these challenges. People get so creative, and I love it. But please feel free to combine these words, twist them to fit the books you already wanted to read for Nonfiction November, or just ignore them entirely, whatever works for you. The challenges are here for fun and for motivation should you want them. They are not in any sense strict. The real hope is that you read at least one great nonfiction book during the month of November. Not too long from now, I'll be filming my own TBR for Nonfiction November, and in that exact same video, I'll be giving some recommendations for books you could read for each of our 4 challenges should you be looking for some good recommendations. I have some great videos I'm planning to do for Nonfiction November, and we also have some exciting things going on across social media. As we have since the very beginning, we have our Nonfiction November Goodreads page. There's always some great nonfiction discussion going on there through the month of November. We also have a Twitter where we'll be discussing nonfiction, posting things about nonfiction, and chatting. And for the very first time this year, there's going to be an Instagram photo a day challenge for Nonfiction November that I am co-hosting with Natalie over at Curious Reader. We are going to be posting the prompts for that very shortly, so keep an eye out. So basically, it's going to be a great time, and I hope you'll consider joining in so that you can see all the magic nonfiction has to offer your reading life. Please let me know if you'll be joining us. I love hearing that kind of thing. You can put that or any other comment comments or questions you may have down in the comment section below, and all of my personal social media information, as well as all of the information that you will need for Nonfiction November. All of that is going to be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.